Hey, hello again. Last quick video on Chapter 8, Section 8.5 is very interesting to me. Again, first part is heuristics. So there's some interesting thoughts on this. The heuristic simplifies the decision-making process by identifying a defined set of criteria to evaluate. So it's basically, you know, nobody can really go through all of the information that's available outside on the internet. There's so many things available to you, so no one really can get through everything. So what people tend to do is maybe not go deep enough. There's some interesting strategies there that if you, in your 401k plan, if the company that your company uses, has more growth stock funds than they do bond funds, odds are you'll pick more growth stock funds, and vice versa. If there's more bond funds than growth stock funds and fixed income securities, you'll tend to go there. So don't fall into that trap. Make sure that the strategy that you pick in terms of your funds available in your retirement accounts are geared towards your strategy, where you are in your life. Are you young and you want to be more aggressive, or are you near retirement? You want to be more conservative. So make sure that you're looking at it objectively from that kind of a strategy perspective. Also, they talk about herding, which is very interesting, right? All fish go in the same direction when they're scared, and they happen to, they go around in schools. Herding is, everybody's buying Amazon stock. Amazon's great. Amazon's the whole thing, right? So everybody buys it, and that's where these bubbles come from. So be very careful with, the world that we live in here in terms of things that go viral. Everybody's talking about something. Everybody's talking about something. That doesn't necessarily make it true. It could or it could not. So don't put all your eggs in one basket there and just go with the flow. So they talk about herding. It's very interesting. Read the material there. And they talk about the fact that herding could be the most one of the things that most significantly affects efficient markets, right? If everybody's buying Amazon, then not as many people are selling Amazon. It becomes an inefficient market, right? So careful about those things. It's very interesting to me. I think the most important part about Chapter 8 is the top of page 267, where they talk about most common investment mistakes according to various financial sources. So you'll see 3 sources and very interesting things there. If what they say is simply by understanding the mistakes that you can make, you're going to be less likely to make mistakes. I think that's a really key point. If someone says don't do this and don't do this and don't do this and don't do this about anything in life, and you think about those things, and if those are bad things, the fact that you're aware of them, you're less likely to make that mistake. Now, you may make that mistake, unknowingly, or it wasn't your fault. But if you think about those things, right? If you think about the mistakes you can make, number one, you're already in the thought process of evaluating data and not making a quick judgment. So that's a very good thing. So, think about the concept of that very quick section. If I were you, I would take the top of page 67, make a copy of it, or put it on a piece of paper and stick it up next to your computer where you do your buying and your selling of your stock market, your stocks, or when you sit down to make a 401k decision. Just read the things that you could do that could get you in trouble, and you're less likely to do those things. So my advice to you is read the top of page 267 and then don't do any of that. So that's easier said than done, but some good information in there, and something that you can kind of take with you after the class is over. So have a good week.